Hey guys, Micah from Black Bear Custom Kydex. I have a cool sheath to show you today, and this is part of the series that I'm sending over to Scott in Australia. So Scott and I have been doing trades for the better part of a year now, and generally he sends me some really high-end knives, some really nice stuff, help me build my collection, and in return I make him some top-notch Kydex sheaths. So Scott has sent me a batch of knives, and actually, ironically, neither of these came from Scott. But anyway, this was a particular combo that he asked for. So we have here the OKC Woodsman, which is a nice chopper size knife. That's probably the class I would put that in. It's very similar to like the Essie Hungless. And we have the Bark River Gunny Hunter, which is a really nice small knife here. And Bark River, if you guys haven't already checked them out, is, in my opinion, the best production knife company out there. They're just wonderful products. So in any event, Scott asked if I could set him up this piggyback sheath for these two knives, and if you notice, it looks a little bit different from most of the piggybacks out there. We got a couple of different things on here that are sort of newer products that I offer, newer features, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one out there doing either of them. So they're both kind of pride and joy things for me. So in any event, the first one here is the Breakaway Piggyback. So what is that exactly? It's basically a system that holds your smaller knife onto your sheath, but allows you to have it pre-set up with a carry method that you can just, so when you just remove your smaller knife from the sheath, you can put it on whatever carry setup you've decided you're going with. In this case, we've got an ulti-clip, and Scott wants to carry that in his front right pocket, so he can immediately transition and start using that without having to swap out any hardware. He doesn't need any tools to remove it. So let me just give you a quick demonstration here. So basically, it is really resistant because I've molded it in, and it's kind of like its own retention system here. But you just have to pull that, granted pretty hard, but you yank this sheath out of the piggyback, out of the Breakaway, and you've got an independent sheath that's just ready to go. So this thing is in, this is called Digital Forest, or Forest Digital Camo, which is very, very similar to the Marines Marpat uniform. And I put, as an accent, we've got Flat Dark Earth carbon fiber at the tip. This is an ulti-clip, and just so you guys know, it's only on one screw, so he does have options as far as what angle. It's essentially a 360-degree option, but it'll stay put wherever he decides to rock it at. So just give you a quick demo. How he's going to be wearing it is in that front right pocket, like so. And obviously he can choose whatever angle he wants the knife to be at while he's wearing it in the pocket. The only thing is it has to go back to pretty much parallel with the handle, close to it anyway, to fit back into the Breakaway sheath. So I think it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. It'll kind of align itself when you push the sheath back into the Breakaway adapter. So let's just get that going in there. And yeah, there you go. So that's in there. It does take force, like I said, to pull it out and put it back in, but you're going to have a really strong setup here that you don't have to worry about falling out. You don't have to worry about it coming loose. That's just good to go. So there's that. The other thing is we have a Breakaway Dangler, and the Breakaway Dangler system, very similar, just allows you to keep the D-ring adapter and the leather loop on your belt, but at the same time you can yank it out and downgrade your sheath. So if you get back from the woods, the brush or whatever, and you want to just sit down and enjoy your campsite and put your knife next to you instead of riding on your hip, you can just yank that Breakaway Dangler adapter out of its holster there, and you have yourself a separated system. So that's a really nice feature that was suggested to me by a customer not too long ago. And this is only the second one that I've actually built. I've made this one significantly easier to remove than the first one. The first one I think I set up with, I didn't measure it anything, but I would guess probably about 150 pounds of pressure that it could sustain without coming out. This one I would say is probably only 30 to 40 pounds, but that's more than sufficient to support something like a 1.5 pound or 2 pound system. So in any event, it's a really convenient feature. I'm really happy with that, and I'm pretty sure both of these are unique to Black Bear Custom Kydex. I don't think anybody else is doing this, so it's pretty cool. I'm really happy with this. The colors we got here, like I said, we've got the Marpat, we have Flat Dark Earth for the whole thing, OD green accents on the Woodsman, and you already saw the Flat Dark Earth carbon fiber accent on that Barky. So, alright guys, that is what I've got for you on this one. And, oh, real quick, Scott already has a bunch of tech locks, and he's got several of my leather loops, leather danglers, so he's told me just not to send that stuff when I make him new sheaths. So he'll swap out as needed with his current stock over there. So that's why this doesn't have a leather dangler actually attached to it. And you'll see that with a lot of the sheaths that I'm doing for him. So, okay guys, that's what I got. If you like this project, hit that like button. If you like my channel, I ask you to hit that subscribe button. Share this with all your friends. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. And I appreciate you tuning in. Stick around for the next one, guys. God bless.